Released in 2022, and it either didn't chart or it did chart and got to number 20. It's Three Lions, brackets, It's Coming Home for Christmas by Baddiel, Skinner and the Lightning Seeds.
You decided, James, you quite keen that we didn't go for the original version. We should go for this remake.
Yes, this is the third version of Three Lions that was released as a single.
Yeah.
The original, of course, in 1996, which keeps coming back anytime England do well in a tournament and has got to number one over various decades. Also in 1998, they did a new version, didn't they?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, vaguely. What was it? What were the defining features of that version, would you say?
I would say it was a lot more mean-spirited than the original. Certainly the video is. And also,
I can't remember it as it turns out. Why was it more mean-spirited?
There were, jokes about the Germans and stuff like that. And it felt very late 90s lad culture-y, more so than the first Three Lions.
Which, let's just point out, James, Three Lions is genius, beautiful. Yeah, I think as a song, it does everything a football song should do, does everything a pop song should do. It's, obviously the cultural impact is huge.
I remember when it came out and seeing it for the first time and going, oh my God, this is good.
Yeah, quite. As opposed to Dizzy Rascal and James Corden, which is all right. I'm not slagging it off. We think,
which hadn't come out for another 14 years.
So I don't know.
No. So they do a version in 1998, which has a lot of verses about the things that happened in 96 and then leading up to 1998, which is a very specific frame of reference, isn't it? Whereas the original one talks about Englishness over famously 30 years, although actually it's 26.
Go on, we did it in part one, James. You've got, in case I haven't watched it, you've got a problem with 30 years of hurt.
In 1996, to sing England have had 30 years of hurt implies that 1966 we were hurt.
Yeah,
but we weren't hurt, we were the world champions. So the hurt doesn't start until 1970 when we lose to West Germany, because that's when we get knocked out of the next World Cup.
20.
So it's actually should be 26 years of it, but I appreciate that that's not as nice sounding. But that was about, the experience of being an England fan while they were being terrible, but also the hope that actually it might be better. It's that sort of defiant hope in the face of all objective facts. Whereas the 1998 one is about a very specific thing, and so that really doesn't ever get played anymore. And then you start thinking, oh my God, are they going to have to do one every 2 years until we win a tournament? And what are they going to end up singing about? But they don't do another one until 2022, the World Cup in Qatar, when they kind of sneak this out under the radar. Three Lions, It's Coming Home for Christmas, as they sing in the lyrics, a football Christmas song not at all demeaning.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great lines in there, isn't there? They start off, loving that Lionesses win and thoughts of last year's final kick-in at Moscow and Turin. The blokes seem cursed whatever they try, and I think I know why. They're just jinxed in July, but it's December. And into the chorus. Beautiful.
Yeah, so there's lots going on there. There's the acknowledgement that actually England have won a major tournament because the England women won the Euros in 2022. And they would win it again in 2025. And they do it later in the song. They're like sing 20 weeks of hurt for the women.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, that's a great bit, isn't it? Because they're going, how many years of hurt for the men? Obviously, 20 weeks, we're talking about the women. So they're really acknowledging the Lionesses, aren't they? So it's a great update, I think.
And they feature in the video at the beginning, and a couple of them show up later on.
Three lions on a sleigh with she lions inspiration. Santa says, let's play the Christmas tree formation. I mean, perfect.
Really, really good. But also in that first verse, the thing about this World Cup is in December, therefore it will be different. And that kind of magical fan thinking, isn't it? It's kind of, you see, the reason we lost all those ones is because of the time of year they were at. And obviously we didn't win in 2022 either. It was another ignominious quarterfinal defeat.
And the second verse, there's so much in this song and this update. Usually, when we've talked about this in the past, when we do the normal top 10, let's call it, re-recordings often don't work, do they? This is maybe an improvement.
Yeah.
When they decided on Qatar, they should have checked VAR. It's too hot and too far. So we'll be snowflakes watching it here. This is our time of year. We'll be having a beer. And, everyone loved this in the comments. Frank Skinner. Actually, amongst have got alcohol issues. Great little jokes in there.
Yeah. But also that kind of the sense of England fans going, oh, I don't want to go to bloody Qatar.
Yeah.
But also now, don't want to go to America. Watch it on the telly. What's going to be interesting is in 2 years' time, we are co-hosting the Euros.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That was great when that happened before. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's happening again 2 years. Anyway, so I remember when this video sort of showed up on YouTube and I watched it, and about 30 seconds in, and it sounds such a bloody cliche.
Do it. Show the world how sensitive you are. I agree, actually. Go on.
The hairs on the back of the neck start to show up. The goosebumps start.
Yeah.
And I can't hold back the bloody tears.
Yeah.
There's something about that ching, 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 that noise
Absolutely.
in the song that just makes you as an England fan go like that. And I was trying to think about it. I feel about Three Lions the same way I feel about the 2012 Olympics opening ceremony.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
There are very few things that actually have made me proud to be British/English.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, I think, oh God, we're awful. We're awful people.
You're one of them, aren't you?
We've done awful things. We've done good things as well. We've done a lot of awful things. And there are very few things that have happened in my lifetime, because I wasn't alive in the Second World War, that have made me go, actually, I'm proud of this island and the people on it. And one of the reasons I love the England team is that they are a bunch of working class lads.
Yes.
They are not the products of privilege or, they're not there because of who their dad is, apart from Frank Lampard.
And Kevin Bond.
Yeah.
And Nigel Clough.
Yeah. All right.
Nepo babies. We said it about LaRue, didn't we, in the past? LaRue, the pop star. Yeah. Sorry, James, I get excited when that notion comes up.
And that is I don't get patriotic when I see the England flags on the lampposts. I just get annoyed, right? But
you put them up there in your shirt.
If people put up bunting for the World Cup, that's a different thing.
Okay.
We're celebrating a different thing.
All right.
Celebrating what it's actually like to be English/British, and not what we're told it is to be English-British. This is what it actually is like.
All right.
So watching the video and listening to the song again this week, I have not been able to get through it without welling up.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm going to agree with you. When I watched the video at the time it came out, it caught me unawares, if you like. I think, here they go, they've done this again. And there's something, isn't there? I think this is relevant. The Beatles. When they did that Now and Then record recently, and there they are, Paul and Ringo, and they're reacting with younger versions of themselves and John and George, which, of course, Frank Skinner and David Baddiel doing this video, and Ian Brody, of course, who wrote it, the beautiful, life-affirming music, I would imagine. There's something about seeing older people looking at themselves and messing around. It reminded me of that Beatles video, actually, although it happened before, but I was thinking of it. There's always something touching about that notion, often anyway. You're interacting with yourself as a younger man. It's got 30 years of, if not hurt, cultural baggage with it, this record. Yeah. So beautiful, so funny, so joyous, so righteous in its own way. Great.
But also acknowledging that it's still about hope in the face of everything.
Yeah.
And England aren't going to win the World Cup this year.
You'll regret those words. You might do. You never know.
They're going to get to the final.
Do you think?
Do you know how I know that?
No.
Because my daughter's youth theatre have scheduled their end-of-term show at the exact same time as the World Cup final.
Oh, I see. It's written in the stars.
For the first time since 1982, I'm not going to see the World Cup final live. So obviously, it'll be the one that England are in. Of course that's going to happen.
The one where they rejuvenate Bobby Charlton as well in the technical first.
In what turns out to be the greatest game of football ever witnessed by anyone, I will be in a theatre not checking my phone with a bunch of other dads who are also not checking their phones.
Well, that seems a good fatalistic way of previewing the World Cup final.
Yep.
All
That
right.
England will now definitely be in because I won't
Yeah.
get to see it. The England games I don't watch go very well.
Right.
I didn't see England beat the Netherlands 4-1 at Euro 96 because I was on an aeroplane.
Yes.
I didn't get to see England beat Germany 5-1 because I was in a car going to Chester.
Mm.
So England tend to do well when I don't watch the bloody games. So I think for the nation's sake, I should poke my eyes out with a stick.
Spoken like a true football fan, I'm going to say at the end, there's madness going on. There's self-delusion.
Yeah.
That somehow where you are when they're playing will affect the matters on the pitch. I mean, what a perfect place to... Also, perfectly, look, we're sort of public, aren't we, James? You could look at the view counts and you could argue that. But I'm going to thank Frank Skinner and David Biddle and Ian Brody for this song because it's just a winner. Whatever iteration it's in, football's a real winner, yeah?
Yeah. Apart from the 1998 version, which is not as good.
All right. Let's not concentrate on that.
No one talks about that version anyway.
Thanks, everybody.